Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You are on Art and Culture Monday with me, Karen Blessing, and we are having a fantastic time. My second set of guests are here. Yes, I know you can only see one of them, but the other one is here as well. And we are ready. Like you can see her, she is ready. She is looking all cute. So we want to get to know them just a little bit, before we get into performances. I think we will start with Samantha. Samantha, hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Did you struggle to wake up today morning?
No.
Yeah, you are a morning person.
Yes.
I want you to say hi to guys at home. Tell us who you are, what you do, alafu we will get this started.
Hi everyone, my name is Samantha Navoridianas. I'm 11 years old. I stay at Isile South and I'm a poet.
Yes, amazing. Yes, guys, she is a poet. Can you imagine? I don't know. What were you doing at 11 again? Would you remind me what you were doing at 11? Emily, what were you doing at 11 years old?
Probably nikicheza draft.
Yeah. And that was the best use.
That's the best I could have done at 11
of
years.
your time.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Emily. I also want you to say hi to guys at home. Tuambie wewe ni nani, alafu we will jump right into the interview.
My name is Emily K. Milan. I am a poet, I'm a writer, a podcaster, and a mental health enthusiast.
Yes, ooh, she has a couple of titles and she is doing great. Welcome to Art and Culture Monday. You guys are amazing. So you write, you are a poet, you are, a mental health, you mentor young kids as well. You are doing very many things. I want to get to know, how did you meet Samantha?
We met with Samantha in 2020 at Integrity Center. So in 2020, Integrity Center had these auditions. They were taking 1,000 voices for Kenya under the hashtag Integrity Tribe. Yeah, so we went to the auditions, then we made it to the show. Then we had the show. It was at Serena at that time. And then since then, we have been working closely with each other.
Yes. Samantha, how did you enjoy where you met with Emily?
It was good because she is a good person. She's also a God-fearing person and I love her.
And you love her. Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you. I want to give you, Samantha, an opportunity to perform the first piece of a poem that you have. Alafu, we will get back to knowing you a bit better, know when you started writing poetry and all of that. But now I want to give you a chance to perform the first piece.
Okay.
Okay.
A safe space is exactly what we need to mask our insecurities. A shoulder to lean on, a pat on the back, yet we hold on the word hope. I have dreams that I will hold my head up so high at the meeting of success, that this fragile arm will be strong enough to hold the universe on my shoulders in my dreams. I am a black girl, an ambassador of hope, journeying my way through school and art to be an epitome of success and inspire everyone around me. It is the determination that propels in my spirit the urge to keep fighting and pushing so hard. The resilience in my bones, the solace that comes with it. Hope, the hope that these goals in my head will be unstoppable, of young girls fighting for the stars, and nothing will stop them from getting aligned with the greatness oozing from their lips, the confessions that they are strong and the future of a better tomorrow. Shun all the vices and lift your voices of men who snatch and devour our future, the early pregnancies and sexually transmitted diseases. Can't you see I am a young girl with hope? Do not train my future. Do not keep me out of school to have a baby. I cannot keep up with this. It is enough. Let's end rape, early marriages, and protect our society. We can build the next Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama, Amanda Gorman, and my favorite one, Ongare Maathai. An empowered society breeds power, and it's an act of strength trying to be free from stigmatization. A safe space is home. It takes your mind, soul, and spirit through a path of self-discovery and channels your energy to positivity. Put your smiles on the streets, real sense on the screens, real voices to be heard. Hope gets me hanging in there. That's the scares and all the battles we fight, even when no one is watching, will be the logs of the closed doors. I hope what I learn in school is something that will bring me back to my roots. I hope when this world will have hope and humanity. Samantha, the African poet. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Samantha, for that piece. One, I don't even know where to begin because one, your cramming power is up here. Let's start from there. And then it is such, how will I put it for the sake of you being 11? A mature piece, like it talks about issues that Emily, that Emily right here would be handling, but you're the ones writing them. So let's start with question one. Are you the one who writes your pieces?
Yes, sometimes I write. My mom helps me together with Emily.
Yes.
And also when I go for a show and maybe someone has liked my art and they say that they can write for me a poem about something that is happening in the society.
Yeah. Amazing. How long does it take you to get all that, to cram the entire piece, or rather to understand it?
I think if it's like for 6 pages, it will take the 6 pages of the A5. I think it will take 2.5 days, or Ikienda it's 3 days.
Yes. Amazing. So you cram up to around 6 pages. How long in writing? How long was that piece that you've just performed?
It was like 3.5 pages.
3.5 pages. I don't know, guys at home, ladies and gentlemen, can you even cram a paragraph? You are doing so good. So you can cram up to 6 pages. What is the longest piece that you have crammed?
The longest piece is called "Wait for Me to Grow Up." Yeah.
How long is it?
It's 7 pages.
7 pages. Amazing. Emily,
yes.
Do you also cram this kind of lengthy long pieces? And how is Samantha doing? Because now you're a poet, you are a grown-up poet.
Yes.
So how is Samantha doing?
She's doing really good, and actually what amazes me is her cramming power. And let me tell you one fun fact about Samantha.
Yeah.
Do you know when Samantha works on a piece and then like she has internalized it so much and she's so deep into that poem, when she goes to sleep, she'll just say that poem in her dreams.
For real?
Yeah, like you're sleeping now. Samantha Kosho. Samantha is performing. And her mom loves that about her.
Yeah.
Because like, for example, when Samantha is sleeping and then you hear her reciting that poem, you definitely know come 2080, come whatever time, that
she
piece
will
is already
still have
in her
that
brain.
piece in her.
Yeah.
And I love that because even her presentation style is not crammed. Like you don't feel like she's just saying,
struggling to say the words.
Not even struggling, just saying the words. You know the way you can tell someone is reading or someone has crammed, like without understanding. You can feel it is internalized. You can feel she is understanding exactly what she is talking about. Samantha, you are doing so well. You are doing so well. When did you start writing poetry? Like at what age?
First, I started doing poetry at the age of 4, but I started writing at the age of 6.
She started poems at 4. At 4 years old, we don't know. Emily and I don't want to discuss what
ABCD.
you are doing. I know, right? You're still struggling with your ABCs. And Samantha is here. So who is your inspiration? Like, who motivated you? You know, kept telling you, no, that's a nice piece. Because I believe you started writing small pieces, you know, just fun pieces. Who encouraged you to go on and to keep on writing?
My mom still encouraged me because she also had a talent of she's the one who realized that I have a talent of doing poetry. So she was trying to mastering the poem, but instead of her, I mastered the poem in my mind. And I think from that time, my mom said that she's now going to start nurturing my talent, taking me to shows to learn more from other poets. Yes.
Wow, amazing. I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you're taking one or two things at home, that this is about internalizing. This is about understanding, not just blind cramming of words put together. I hope that you are learning that and that you're teaching your kids to do this. You know, we are having a discussion today on how parents are involving their kids while they are at home. And this is one of the things you can get them to do. You know, get them to actually understand, not cram, understand and internalize a poem and have them perform. They may be just the next Samantha.
Or maybe a kid can be talented and maybe the parent doesn't know. Because for Mama Samantha and Samantha, it took Mama Samantha not being able to cram a piece. And then Samantha went ahead and crammed it way before her.
Exactly. And then to realize, wow, okay, she is gifted, in a certain manner. And that is really a really good take home for today, ladies and gentlemen. I want us to move to Emily a bit. We've talked about Samantha a while, and I want to know, when was your interest? When did you get interested in poetry, to be specific?
I started getting interested in poetry at 12 years old. And then when I went to high school, then there was this poem, this Martin Luther's famous poem, I Have a Dream. So it was in our syllabus book. And now when the teacher was reading the poem out loud to the class, I was feeling so, like I was just vibing with the words. And then it was just some very different genre. Like, this is not music, this is not a novel, this is not storytelling, this is just something else. And then we had this assignment to go and write our own poem about your dream. Then I had a dream.
Amazing. So that was your very first piece that you ever wrote. And then through high school, did you keep writing after that?
Yes, I kept writing. And then when I went to university, I was at Maseno University. So I met amazing poets. I met Saisi poet, Bolo Blink. And then there is a platform in Maseno University known as Spoken Heart Thursday. So I joined Spoken Heart Thursday Maseno. And I met like people are performing their poems. Then it was so interesting because I could go back at the hostel, write my own stuff, and then when it's Thursday, I go and perform. So with the practice, it came the interest.
So they gave you an opportunity to actually practice, you know, your poetry and kind of get to sharpen it.
Yes, because because like the more you keep doing it, the more you master your art, the more you find interest on topics that like really interest you.
Yes, exactly, which was my next question. Where do your poems tend to lean towards? You know, what issues in the society?
All right. That's a good question. Most of my poems revolve around empowerment and existence. For my book, it's titled Black Girl Magic. That means that I love empowering women and girls in general. So
now that you've made us skip to the book,
all right,
a little bit, because Emily here is a writer, a poet, a performing artist. She has a number of hats, in her bag.
Thank
you.
I
like that. So you have written a book called Black Girl Magic.
Yes.
So this is to, like you have said, is to empower a young black girl.
Or trying to express or voice out the existence of a girl. Because for me, I believe that if there is someone who can tell a story of a woman or a story of a girl perfectly, it's a girl. Like for me, who has lived it for 22 years now,
Yes,
I would
yeah.
be the perfect person, like maybe to express
Yes,
it.
like they say, you're always the perfect person to tell your story.
Yes.
So I like that. What inspired? What you moved from poetry,
Yeah.
and poetry and writing a book are pretty two separate things. So
Yes.
how did you move from poetry to now thinking, wow, I could put a book together? And what is the book about exactly?
The book is an anthology of poems.
Yes.
There are 15 poems.
Yes.
And I wrote it during the COVID-19. Yeah, it was in 2019, and then when the 2020 really
Yeah.
kickstart sana in Kenya.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't in school. There was no job because
Yeah.
like most of the people were at home.
Yeah.
And now a lot of things were happening, and there was this noise, there was this chaos, and
Yeah.
a lot of things were happening.
Yeah.
And as a creative, once you sit in the house
Yeah.
with everything that is happening, you just can't be blind or deaf. There's something that has to be said. And that time there were no events or concerts to go and perform
Yes.
because of the regulations, right?
Yeah.
So I could just stay in the house
Yeah.
and keep writing. I even went back to the pieces that I had written before, tried to rewrite them
Yeah.
in the voice that I could relate with at that moment.
Yes.
And then I came up with the 15 poems.
Yes, amazing. 15 poems are many. I was
Thank
like,
you.
Samantha, how many poems have you written, or how many poems do you have so far?
I have more than 15 poems, but I haven't. It is not like I have performed all of them.
Yeah.
But there are some that I'm trying to put them in my book. I want to do a book launch,
Yeah.
maybe this April or May,
Yeah.
God willing. Yeah.
Yes. And you guys feeling challenged at home. Samantha is putting together a book at 11. I have to write before the end of this year. I don't know what I will
Yes,
write
please.
about, but I need to write because Samantha is challenging. I mean, like, because I feel like, honestly, for you, those poems need to be put somewhere together. You're so young, you need to go back to these things and go and look at your first book, because I know you will write so many. I mean, if you're writing one at 11,
She will.
Yes, she will write so many of them. I want to give you a chance to perform the second piece, alafu we come back to you and know what you are doing currently.
Okay.
Okay.
Women in the world. In order to become a woman in this world, you have to become a man. You have to be strong to carry the family on your back. You have to fight for your children to be safe. You have to work extra harder You have to work extra harder to feed them and him. Yes, him, the man of the house who mistreats you, the housewife, mama wa kwangu, just because you are living in his house. He who thinks you are nothing. So he takes advantage of this misconception that a man is superior to a woman. He will abuse you in front of your neighbors. You become the town's laughing stock. Slap you in front of your sons and daughters. You become weak in the eyes of your own children. When I see a woman, the woman in me cries. I see my mother, my sister, and myself. A woman is hope. Without hope, the world is hopeless. A woman is love. Without love, hate will make brothers and sisters kill each other. A woman is time. Her love is timeless. She will never get tired of taking care of her children. A woman is diamond. Her heart is unbreakable, even though it has been hit 1,000 times. Ma, when I grow up, I will walk with you. We will hold hands as we sing the songs of patience and victory. It is not the same as victory, but to me you are my champion, my hero, and my everything. Samantha, the African poet.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. You are doing so well, Samantha. I hope that you know that, and I hope that mom tells you that countless times, that you are doing great for yourself. You have amazing performance presence. You are there in the poem, and I love that. So we have talked about mom helping you. We have talked about you've been writing poems a long time. Where have you been performing? Which are some of the places that you have actually gotten to perform your poems?
I have ever performed at Kenya National Theatre in cooperative of KCC,
Yes.
that is Kenya Cultural Center, and at Power 254.
Yes.
Even I have also come to perform for an interview here at KU once again.
I mean, yeah.
With Shaban Laban.
Yes.
And I have even also performed at Alan Francis here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Which one of those was the funniest, the one that you will not forget in a long time?
That is for KNT.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. What made it super fun?
It was for 2021, if I'm not wrong, for Mashuja edition.
Yes.
Then we were there for monologues, singers, poets, actors.
Yeah.
So I was in the category of poets.
Yeah.
So I was number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was so
Amazing.
happy.
That is so nice. And you will get so many more awards. Just keep doing you, and you will get there. Okay. So who are some of the poets that you look up to? That you're like, that one, when I grow up, I want to be like them.
I would like to be poets like Emily K. Milan.
Yes.
I will also like to be like people like, there are many. What? Like Anthem Republic,
Yeah.
Toonhood, who else? Siska, Hope the Poet,
Yes.
Griffins.
That is a good number. That is a good number of people. If you pick something from each and every one of them, you will become Samantha the master. Like have everything of yours in order. Also, I want you to take some time and appreciate mom and many other people. I know Emily and mom, and probably very many other people who are your support system. Who are like, Samantha, you are doing well, who take you to those performances, who get you back, who get you your costumes. I want you to take some time and appreciate them.
I will first want to appreciate my mom because she's doing a good work, because there's some children who don't have the opportunity. They have a talent, but their parents don't have the time and they don't have the opportunity to go and expose their talents.
Yeah.
I would also thank Emily K. Milan for supporting me in writing poems, helping me recite the poems, because she can also help me how to make a sentence be better than maybe I was thinking.
Yeah.
And I will also thank my teachers, my classmates for being my supporters.
Yes, I like that. Congratulations to all of you who are the support system of Samantha. You guys are doing great. Emily, I want us to come back to you in a bit. And
Before
I
we
wanted to hear a piece. Yes.
I would also want to remind Samantha to thank her dad.
Yes.
Her dad makes her costumes.
Yes.
Yeah,
amazing.
and she has a couple of them. Yeah.
And she is looking cute, ain't she? Ladies and gentlemen, she is looking really, really nice. Dad, we salute you big time for making Samantha look the part. Thank you so much. I want us to hear a piece from you before we get into the conversation with you a bit.
Thank you.
You're also a poet. So it's 3 minutes we get to hear one performance, alafu we jump right in.
I'll do my favorite one from the book.
Yes, please do.
God doesn't heal us by waving a magic wand, bypassing the cooperation of our free will. So free your mind, because your hands are no longer walking in chains, but you are suspended on heavy chains of mental slavery. See, I am a woman.
Yeah.
I'm not silver, gold, or bronze. I'm made of flesh and bones, mounted on the fragile heart of a woman, but I am whole and human. So no apologies when I happen to sway my butt, shaking off your pride. And I resent having to wear this gender like it's an apology more than I resent having to cover my body to stop starved and salivating men from ripping me naked. So clothe your soul and guard your dignity. It's the only way that humanity is built. You see, this is not another poem to massage your ego. This is a poem to remind you that when they tell me to shake what my mama gave me, my eyes roll with my head, because that woman gave me brains, and those brains taught me more than family is just a site of oppression for women, and home is where the heart lies, so screw them biographies.
Oh.
So you and I both know that problems of definition still exist. You can call me feminist, but I don't want to be reduced to nothing but a dress and a sexualized kitchen attendant.
Oh.
So art lives in the truth they say, but maybe this is not art. Maybe this is not poetry. Maybe this is the way that I strip my nudity into words. Just look at the glass cathedral built from knitting my insecurities like a hem on my skin. Black girl, magic, be strong. So be strong. But no, not that strong enough to intimidate a man. Be tall, but no, not that tall enough to overtower the society. Can't you see that you belong to the kitchen? And they make it sound like we should dissolve with the smoke or get reduced to nothingness, like the firewoods that they knew so well from childhood. So sit still, look not pretty, cover your thighs, cross your legs, nearly crossing your arms too. Because can't you see that those breasts are pointing out your immorality? So say something, but no, stop raising your voice that way. Once, society said. So once, society said. And they did. So our mothers bore kids with devotion and watched them play a little bit longer with tears on their eyes on the days that they had nothing to feed those starving souls. Yet, with a heart full of love and hands that toil to prove their love, like welcoming us in their womb was not a sacrifice worth enough to make the illusions a little bit louder. But they made it through. We will make it through. Just look at them now, hitting headlines, the quest, the winning. I am proud to be a woman. So clothe your soul and guard your dignity. It's the only way that humanity is built. Milan.
Ooh. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I like that. Guys, if that is not a reason to go get the book Black Girl Magic by Emily, I don't know what is. I honestly don't know what to tell you. I don't know what that is. So please go and buy the book. You've told me so far the book is in soft copy.
Yeah.
So how can guys get to it?
The book is available on Amazon. Mm-hmm. You just go click Emily K. Milan Black Girl Magic.
Yes,
yeah.
And you will get it for how much?
$4.99.
Yes, so about 500 bob,
yes.
Right? So about just, guys, look at the cover of that book. Just look at the way. It looks like Black Girl Magic. I don't know what else you guys want, but this is it, okay?
Yeah.
So please go on Amazon, look for Emily K. Milan, and get the book, okay? For just 500 bob, you are going to be loving it. Also, you are a podcaster.
Yes.
That is, tell me about your podcast.
I write for Sakivi Limited.
Yes.
Sakivi is an international, it's a multilingual company. Mm-hmm. So I started by writing blog posts for their company, for their website. Yeah. And then when, podcast is the new thing.
Yes.
Then we started now scripting series for the podcast. And again, I'm also a member of Sana Center. Mm-hmm. Sana Center is a creative space that was founded in Mathare.
Yeah.
We work together with Anthem Republic, Miko Migra, and Samantha is one of our artists.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yes, so I'm the General Communications Manager at Sana Center, and I also headline the podcast.
Yeah.
Our podcast is on YouTube at Tubonge. Yeah,
inaitwa Tubonge. So the podcast name is Tubonge.
Yes.
You can check it out on YouTube, guys, and you are going to be loving it. I mean, if these are the pieces, if Samantha is, part of all that, these
Yes.
girls are magic, literal magic, and you are going to love it. I want us to talk to Samantha a little bit. My dear, where do you want to see yourself in, say, 5 years?
I would like to be a big poet. I would like to be someone like Amanda Gorman, and I would like to be someone who likes to inspire girls and women, making even boys, because there's some boys who end up in drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that at this young age, you know, this is not a fight against boys.
Yeah.
You know, it is, you are empowering the girl and of course empowering the boy, because an empowered girl with an unempowered boy are not going to make any better of the community that we actually have. Also, just a little bit, I know, what are some of the challenges that you have seen or you have faced, Samantha, in the journey of your poetry?
The challenges are very many. So many sometimes you are being called for a show, and someone tells you the wrong direction. You start finding where the direction is. Maybe someone then, when you figure your place, you call them wakumteja, so itabidi tu rudi home, and your face gone like that.
Yeah, that is bad. That is really, guys, if you're giving directions, especially to kids like Samantha, you have to get to the finer detail. Make sure they can get there without having to call you back, and don't switch off your phone. That's bad manners. That's just terrible manners. Also, where can people invite you to perform? Like, what kind of events do you perform in?
I can perform poetry anywhere, even if it's around Kenya, around Nairobi.
Yes. So you can, as long as someone calls you and tells you on time and prepares you, you can be able to get there and actually perform and give you good directions.
Yes, and if the person can give me the meaning of what the event is about, so that I can be able to create the poem earlier for the event.
Yes, surrounding what the theme of the event.
Yes.
Samantha has got her stuff together, guys. Just, please give her a call. You will not be disappointed. You will love it, and you'll be in awe of the things that she is actually doing. I want us to get one more last performance from you, Samantha, but we want to finish up. Let us finish up, and then we will finish with one of your last poems today. Emily, just a little bit. So you are a podcaster, you're a writer, you're a performing artist, you work at SACV. How are you putting all this together without making sure nothing is being left behind?
I made it a lifestyle. Like when I wake up in the morning, if I have an inspiration, I write about it, and maybe listen to podcast, maybe on my way to work, or maybe in the house, or when I'm getting ready. Then when I get to work, I just script the podcast. And there's even space, and my employee knows that I am a poet. Yes. So he gives me time to also write the poems. Like maybe you can tell me if it's on a weekend and you have something you want to work on, you can still come to the office and work on your things, then go back home. Amazing. So it just flows. Yes. And then when you have kids like Samantha, like you are on 100 inspiration on 100 all the time, every day. All the time. Like when you meet with someone, it's just poetry. Yes. When we meet with Anthem or Mikomigra, it's just Sana Center. Yes. And I thank God, because most of the people in my circle are artists. Yes, so they also keep you in that environment. Okay, how can anyone, like someone at home is watching, they've been writing a couple of poems, they don't know where to go and perform them, they did not go to Maseno University, you know, to get such opportunities. Does Sana Center provide such a forum? Yes, actually for Sana Center, what we do, our aim is to create a well-equipped safe space for creatives. Because for Sana Center to be at Madare, we all know the conditions in the slums and what happens, and then, you know, it's so bad because forming the gangs and everything, it's like prohibited, right? And we can, you know, like most of the artists there, they don't have people to look up to. They don't have like maybe good role models. So for Sana Center, we have this space whereby artists, you can come and we just do our thing. Like, and then because there are people to mentor you there, and we are aiming to gather as much resources as we can get so that we can be able to accommodate many artists in our space.
Exactly.
Yes.
So guys at home, if you're in the areas of Mathare especially, and you have a gift, you're a singer, I am sure it's not just poets.
Yeah.
So if you're a singer, you are a dancer, they can find you a spot at Sana Center. I want you to give us your social media handles for guys to know how they can be able to actually reach out. And also the second category of people is people who can sponsor such events.
Yes.
This is what we want our kids to be involved in, now that they are on holiday, especially now kids in Mathare. Such opportunities will keep them, sharpening their skill and keeping them busy and on the right things. So listen to these socials very keenly and reach out to them.
Follow our Facebook page at Sana Center. Yeah, you can send a message. Someone is definitely going to reach out. And one of our latest projects was during the International Women's Day. We had hosted we went live. We had a show at Sana Center there in Mathare. There were different artists. There was rap, there was guitarist, and I want to big up all the team who made it a success. So like our Facebook page at Sana Center.
At Sana Center.
If you are interested, send a message. Just like our pictures, we are going to follow up with you, and we are going to make you one of us, and we will appreciate that.
I love that. If that is not a golden opportunity, I don't know what is, guys. Finally, I want you to appreciate your support system, Sana's support system, because I know utapigwa if you don't do that. Just appreciate them and say thank you.
I want to thank my mom and my sisters. I have 4 sisters. We're a family of 5 daughters. So you can see where that inspiration is coming from. And I want to thank my dad and all the poets from Poetry After Lunch, Power to 54, Alliance. I just want to thank, and then there is this group of ladies who will stone me. We call ourselves all-round women, Kina Maxi Daniel and all the beautiful ladies out there. I want to thank them and everyone who has subscribed to my YouTube channel, everyone who has ever read my poems and bought my book. Thank you.
Remind us of your YouTube channel.
Emily K. Milan.
Yes,
Emily K. Milan on YouTube.
Milan, exactly. Emily K. Milan. And also do not forget to go on Amazon and get Emily's book. Her book's name is Black Girl Magic. So just type in Emily K. Milan, Black Girl Magic. You're going to get that book at just 500 bob, guys. That's less than what some of you ate over the weekend. So just go and and get some this book, and you will have supported an artist that is actually doing great. Also, this chance to remind you that Samantha is working on her book, and when it is launched, we will bring her back here and get you to buy, because she is doing amazing. I think I want to say a big congratulations to you, Samantha. I hope that you are doing as great. You're on holiday now, right? So keep writing, and when you go back to school, say hello to your classmates, to your teachers. They are doing a pretty good job at making sure you feel supported, right? Do you want to say hello to anyone before we close and give you a chance to do your final poem? Yes.
I would like to say hi to my mom. And also to my dad, my friends, classmates, my aunts and uncles, grandparents. I would like to tell them that I love them so much, and I love their supporting and to me that they give me.
Amazing. Which school do you go to?
I go to Buruburuan Primary School.
Amazing. Buruburuan teachers, students, a big high five to all of you. You guys are doing amazing in raising such talents. Now, before I let you go, we had a riddle of the day. And I want to ask to see if you guys, can get close to the answer or even get the answer. So we had a riddle today, Samantha, and it's going like this. Who makes moves while being seated? Who makes moves while being seated? Samantha, any guess? She is thinking deep and hard. Meanwhile, Emily, who makes moves while being seated? What do you think? All right.
I have a crazy guess. Okay, someone who makes moves while seated. This is so dark. Someone on a wheelchair.
Wow, that got dark pretty fast. Maya, good guess. Good guess. Yes, good guess. But guys, I am waiting for the answer to that specific riddle on Facebook. Remember, we are streaming live on Facebook at KUTV Kenya and at Karen Blessing. Just go look for us and leave the answer to that riddle right there. I'm going to be getting to it and to the feedback you guys are leaving. Don't worry, I'm going to be getting to it after Samantha's performance. So right about now, Samantha, you got the floor.
Okay. Give me back my Africa. I am not doing anything official. I would want us to be free. Open your mind and listen, because I am here as a voice. I am not just a child, but a generation that is being lost. I cry, but my tears have run dry. So let us just try to have a conversation. Save the questions for later. Answers are still hard to find. I come from a generation called the millennium, those who save knowledge. But deep within, they are just ignorant, those who seem to fall in line with the trend. But truth be told, they have nothing to hold in their defense, because their minds have been twisted too much to the West that any time they think of the East, they feel betrayed. The curriculum does not help either. Trained on what to think but not how to think. You teach me about Martin Luther and his dream. But tell me what is this nightmare that will still live in? You teach me about the history of the colonials, stuck in a world of self-pity, always having to play victim. I wonder, instead of locking us up in this slave mentality, why don't you teach me about revolutionaries? You teach me about the Mau Mau, how they hide in caves and fought for our freedom. But do you have to resort to violence to earn some respect? I know truth is a foreign language to many, but it is time to lay out some sense. Listen to the voice of our decaying generation. You teach me that all that is white is superior, and that is being inferior. Why is it that we only talk about Americans' dream? Can't Africa have a dream too? Why is it that you only keep on pushing me to the West, yet we all know wherever you go, home is always the best? I wish what I learn in school is something that will bring me back to my roots. I wish what I learn in school is something that will bring me back to my roots. Samantha, the African poet.